Hello, I'm Michael Diamond, and you're watching Muscle Central. Okay, question I'm going to ask in this video. Will we be seeing in this year's Olympia, the 2020 Mr. Olympia, will we be seeing five Mr. Olympias battling it out? Okay, let me explain where I'm going with this. Now, a few days ago, on the RX Muscle channel, there was an interview with Dan Solomon that went up. Dan Solomon, as I'm sure you all know, is the one running the Mr. Olympia, the man in charge of the production. Now, Dave was asking him lots of questions about a lot of different things, and it wasn't said directly, but it was hinted that we could be seeing five Mr. Olympias on the stage battling it out. Who's that going to be? Well, first off, we know we got number one, the current champion, Brandon Curry. Number two, Dexter Jackson, the 2008 Mr. Olympia. And the third one we know for sure is going to be Flex Lewis. Yes, he wasn't an open Mr. Olympia, but he was a seven-time 212 Mr. Olympia nonetheless, and a very dominant one to boot. So that's three Mr. Olympias we have. Now, in the interview and the back and forth that was going on, possible number four, Phil Heath was brought up. Now, I made videos already why I thought that Phil Heath will more than likely retire. If he competes again, he probably wouldn't compete in the Olympia. And if anything, maybe the Athleticon. By the way, the Athleticon has been rescheduled for 2021. So that's not going to happen this year. And obviously, Dan Solomon has had discussions with Phil Heath, and I'm sure they've talked about him competing again on the stage. And just thinking about it, maybe Phil Heath feels that there's some unfinished business. We all know he definitely wanted to tie Ronnie Coleman and Lee Haney for 8 wins. He wanted to surpass that. And as we know, that didn't happen. Sean Roden was the roadblock. And he lost the title. Now, you have to think, was he watching the 2019 Mr. Olympia thinking, damn, maybe I should have been training for that. I could have won that. That could have been going through his mind, and that could have maybe that started a little fire underneath him, gave him that itch, and he started thinking about, you know what, maybe I could win this title again, and maybe I can win it more than one more time. And like I was saying, Dan Solomon wasn't specific with anything, but like I said, he acknowledged that he's had discussions with Phil, and he definitely gave the impression that Phil might be feeling that way, and it's a possibility we could have Phil Heath back on the stage for the Mr. Olympia. He's been training. Doesn't look contest ready, but you see pictures of him. He hasn't lost much. He's still carrying good size, good conditioning. He lost the title because of the gut issue. We don't know whether that's been corrected. We can't tell. We'd only know once he steps on stage. But beyond that, he looks good. And it wouldn't be a far stretch for him to start stepping up the pace and starting a contest prep. It wouldn't be, from the looks of him now, it wouldn't be a very difficult contest prep for him to get in shape to step on stage again. So that could be the fourth Mr. Olympia on stage this year. Leaves us one more, and there's only one other person it could be, and it's Sean Roden. Now, yes, he still has these legal problems going on, and with this other worldwide issue taking place, we don't know what's going on with the court system. Whether there's going to be a trial anytime soon. That's an unknown factor. And previously, Sean Roden wasn't allowed to compete in the Olympia, and then the Arnold, which we expected him to compete in, the following Arnold after the Olympia, we expected him to compete in, and that was all because of his situation, his legal case, and it was noted that if there's a positive outcome, he would be allowed to compete. But now with the Olympia, that's with the old leadership. That's when AMI was in control of the Olympia. AMI owned the Olympia brand. We got a new owner, Jake Wood, a different outlook on things, and Dan Solomon taking care of the production for him, putting on the show. Dan Solomon in the interview also acknowledged that he's been in touch with Sean Roden, and he's let Sean Roden know that he wants them to keep him up to date with everything that's going on, and there have been some talks about him competing. With this worldwide situation going on and court proceedings being put on hold, and we don't know whether he's going to go to trial and have a positive outcome. Dan Solomon appears to be taking all that into consideration, and it gives the impression that even if Sean Roden's legal case isn't put behind him in time, that it's very possible that he could be allowed to step on the Olympia stage and compete. Sean Roden has also stated in a recent interview on another YouTube channel that he's training, and he's training with the mindset that he's going to be competing in the Mr. Olympia. We don't know what's going to happen. There's nothing set in stone. Are we going to have 5 Mr. Olympias on the stage this year competing against each other? We're going to have 3 for sure. We have, like I said, Brandon Curry, Dexter Jackson, and Flex Lewis. And now it looks like it's not out of the it's not out of it's not out of the question that Phil Heath will not be making a return. It's become a possibility now, and it's not out of the question that Sean Roden will be allowed to step on stage at the Olympia, even if his case is not resolved in time. That will make 4 and 5. So will we see 5 Mr. Olympias on stage competing against each other? Let's wait and see what happens over the next few months, and let's hope. Let me tell you something. That will make if that happens, if that this scenario pans out, this can make this the most exciting and compelling Mr. Olympia ever. Let's just hope and pray. Okay, if you agree or disagree with what I've said in this video, please let me know in the comment section. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please share and by all means subscribe. Do not forget to hit that notification bell. This way, every time I put up a new video, you will be notified. Once again, this is Michael Diamond, and I'd like to thank you for watching Muscle Central.